My family, I have to keep trying to get this soul liberation message to you by any moral means necessary. So I'm just going to say the words again. Grand Rising, dear family. Bonjour to every melanated man, woman, and child on this planet, BKA, all things which harbor the power of the melanated soul, spirit of life, and more importantly, all of ye which bear the mark of the universal spirit's visible soul skin. I am just a man with the conviction. What is my conviction? My firmly held belief and/or firmly held opinion is that God will have his world, God will have his people moving Godspeed forever. Soul speed, one belief, and one foundation. Now, I'm planting my conviction into the logos and ethos of your world by any moral means necessary using what can be known as Christ logic. How? By extorting the spirit's character, exploiting the soul's behavior, and telling you what I'm doing to do it every day of my life. Why? Because that's what the enemy does. The enemy just pop up out of nowhere and put something in your face for the sole purpose of working something on you. Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. Long story short, the enemy tricks talks you all into doing the wrong thing, so I'm just going to trick talk you all into doing the right thing. Therefore, check these words out. Working on it. Look, I want to talk about, real quick, I just posted a video a moment ago, and I'm not posting another one now. I got to get the message to you by any moral means necessary. Have to. So check it. I want to talk about or share this parablistic concept to give you more perception and or discernment and or awareness as to how and or what we are dealing with in this spiritual war we are in, you see. Surface level, interior level, surface level view, interior level view. You can take that double vision with your abilities to moral discern and see anywhere and through anything, you see. With your abilities to have moral discernment and or with the powers of the source of all moral authority, take a look at the surface level of a thing and the interior level of a thing, or what's beneath the surface. You see what I'm saying? You can see it, and you can see, you would be able to see virtually every aspect of what we are dealing with and why we are dealing with it. What we are dealing with and why we are dealing with it, you see. Who is the they, them? Who is they that we have? Who is they? Who is them? Who's the problem here? Who's causing the nightmares? Who's causing it, you see? If we get rid of who's causing the problem, will that stop the problem from being caused? If we get rid of the true causer of the problem, will that stop the problem from persisting? Will it? Ask questions like that. So here, I want to talk about what I'd like to consider dual colors and multicolors. Dual colors and multicolors. What do I mean by dual colored and multicolored? Surface level, it is black and white. Dual colors, just two of them. But interiorly, it's multiple colors. I consider 9 in total, just to give more, have more solidification as to how to label and describe what we are dealing with in this spiritual war, you see. So dual color, surface level, multicolored, interiorly. Because on the surface, it is black and white. I guarantee you it is. It is black and white on the surface. Genetically modified people are being trained and possessed to attack non-genetically modified people, period. It is black and white. It is black and white on the surface. Or at least according to what I've studied and all that I've learned to figure out how to label and describe what we are dealing with in the spiritual war. Physically, on the physical surface, there are genetically modified people attacking non-genetically modified people because the devil is telling them to do so. Believe whatever you want to believe. But on the surface level, that's how I see it. Now, on an interior level, it's all for the sole purpose of seeing you all suffer to death. That is it. I just saw a video recently of a group of traditionalists and Christians, or Christians and Voodoos, going back and forth with each other, having a conversation in regards to how they should believe. Does anything that involves killing, is it wrong? Is it evil? Yes. Anything that involves murdering something physically is bad for you. Think about it. Is your spirit trying to kill you internally? No. So why would you accept something trying to do the opposite of what your spirit is doing to you right now? Ritual killing is bad. To have to convince someone or something to accept dying is evil, period. Do you know what evil is? What's profoundly immoral and wicked. That is what evil literally defines as. Literally. Here. Stop feeling words. Stop trying to feel words and have the knowledge of them. Stop feeling what a word means and have knowledge of what the word means. We are in a spiritual war. You know where the spirit is. You know what the spirit is. Don't feel like what the spirit is. What is the spirit? Know what it is. Don't feel like it. Know it. Spirit is the non-physical part of a person. Non-physical part. You want to know what else is non-physical and a part of you? God. To give more details, the source of all moral authority. Not the source of all immoral authority, the source of all moral authority. The source of all moral authority is a part of you, non-physically, not the source of all immoral authority. Evil is what is profoundly immoral and wicked. God is the source of all moral authority in spirit, literally. That's what God is. Now, I didn't say the source of all immoral authority. Again, the source of all moral authority. So ritual killings are bad. The spirit ain't trying to kill you, so why would something outside of you convince you that killing is good? That's evil, bro. Whatever exists outside of soul tradition is flat to flip out evil. That's just what it is. Anything that exists outside of soul tradition. So psychologically, if it exists outside of soul tradition, it is evil. Non-physical part. Your moral capabilities. Your moral capabilities are all within your non-physical mind heart space. Your mind heart space is non-physical. Your mind, your brain, where your thoughts go. The astral realm, things of that nature. Astrological. Logical. Psychological. Logical. Logic. What is logic? Logic is reasoning, conducted, or assessed according to strict principles of validities. Principles of validities. What is a validity? What you have validated. What did you go over to pick up and read to affirm this is what it says and this is what happened in the time it said it? What if you validated through knowledge? Like, for example, what is the logical definition of evil? What's profoundly immoral and wicked? What's the word profound mean then? What's the word immoral mean? What does the word moral mean? Notice the spiritual war. These words, these specific definitions. I'm only going to give you specific definitions that'll help you beat and or get out of this spiritual war that we have been trapped in. I'm not about to give you all 2,200 some odd words of definitions. No, it's about 2,200 some odd words in the English language. I'm not about to give you all of them. I'm only going to give you the specific words you need to beat the spiritual war. That's it. I can't stand this English language at all. I can't stand the English language at all. I really can't. It's a curse language. It's trick tongue. It's the entirety of the English language is destruction tongue. But destruction of what? The original character. The entirety of the English language is, in my opinion. What language would I choose? When I get to Jamaica, I'll find out. But the English language, I wish I could abandon it. I wish I could. But then Jamaicans speak English, though, right? We'll find out. Moving forward, though, recognize how we're in a spiritual war. Completely recognize it. What is getting attacked the most? Because think about it, war. You're saying the words like war, right? You're saying the words like war. We are in a spiritual war. Spirit is the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. Spirit is the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. Non-physical part, non-physical part. What else? What else is there in regards to the non-physical you? Your morals, character, and behavior. Your morals, character, and behavior. Or your morals, character, emotions, and behavior. Your emotions, character. You're also your ego. Your ego is also a part of your non-physical, isn't it? If you reject any part of your non-physical self, you might as well reject it all. Your ego is a part of your non-physical self, is it not? You need every aspect of your non-physical self. Okay, if that's the case, then would you walk around without your arm if you were born with it and have all of the capabilities that your arm comes with habitually recognized? Why would you abandon any part of what you are? Why would you do that? You want to know what ego is? A part of the mind. Where's the mind? In your non-physical space. Energy go. I see ego differently than you all do. Maybe that's the thing. I see ego differently than you do. Because I am not ego driven. I'm soul driven. This soul pride right here. But the soul, based on what y'all feel like it is an emotional thing. Instinct, right? When you want to know something, it's all of it. Because it's a constituent. You want to know what a constituent is? Something that is a part of a whole thing. Believe whatever you want, my family. I just know that as soon as you get this message, the faster this hell ends. I just know that. That's the main thing I know right there. That's the main thing I know. As soon as you all can hyper simplify what evil is, you will get rid of it a lot quicker. And you will subjugate it. And you will stop it from ever rising up again. We'll never have these problems ever again in our lives. We'll never have these questions. I won't be trying to spend my entire life trying to decolonize every religion on the planet. But the first thing that got to go is the religious belief systems, according to what I'm gathering here. Because the thing is, in this spiritual war that we're in, the people who are participating in the religious sections, they're going to be the most needed out of virtually everyone. They're going to be the most needed. They are. Everybody who participates in the religious beliefs, y'all are going to be needed more than anything. Out of all 10,000 religions on this planet, y'all, the people who are of the religious beliefs, you're going to be needed more than anyone soon. You'll see what I mean. Let's just put it this way. When everybody realizes how wrong everything actually is, counseling and guidance are going to be necessary. Who else got that other than people who participate in religious beliefs? I spent my entire life amongst religious believers, Christians in particular. I know what you are capable of with your words. Imagine if they were all absolutely 100% correct. You want to know something? Christianity hinders you from that quantity of correction. It does. You say there are things like controversial statements in the Bible, but then you just speed past them because you feel like there's something else. And then when you talk about how ritual killing is bad, and yet you celebrate every single month feasting over his blood, drinking his blood out of a little cup as a symbolic reference to him dying for you, and eating the bread of his flesh like you're a cannibalist or something, like you just overindulge in the death of a person, and yet you say ritual killing is bad. Christ was killed for a ritualistic sacrifice. You just did the research in the video. You studied the word out loud. It said to appease a certain God, right? Well, according to what I believe, We all come from the same life force Jesus did. But then again, is that even his name? Why would you just randomly ask that question? Why would you all randomly ask any question? Why do you all randomly do anything that you do? Why do you do any and everything that you do at all? Why? Why do you believe your religion? Why do you believe every religion you have, out of all 10,000 of them, are the only religion worth believing in? Why do you believe that? I know why now. Because something wants to keep us divided in 10,000 ways. I saw in this video here that I've been mentioning a few times as well. He talked about how, hey, at the end of the day, man, it's all the same God we worship. It's all the same God we worship. And then he said this unique phrase right here. This brother said this unique phrase right here in this video. He said, it's the God of gods we worship. We worship the God of gods, huh? You want to know something? The King of Kings is the God of gods. And I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about the life force that brought him into our world. That, to me, is the God of gods. What gave Jesus his ability to enter through Mary by way of a soul seed technique, as I like to call it? That is the God of gods in my eye. Believe whatever you want, though. Soul freedom, soul liberation. So look, ritual killings are bad. Murder is bad. People being tricked into believing you need to be sacrificed to appease something is horribly wrong. It is very, very wrong on so many levels, and you know it is. But yet something taught you not to care because something wants you to do it. What is the something? The same source of immoral authority, BKA the authority attached to chaos, BKA the current world government. You all get it all from the same source of immoral authority. Hey man, my power comes from the source of all moral authority. That's where my power comes from. Yeah, let me just reveal that all the way to you real quick. Where does my power come from? The source of all moral authority. This is where my power comes from. You know? Yeah, my power there. All of my peace pals and love bombs and unity spells and advancement traps. Yeah, they come from the source of all moral authority. Who's that, God? Do y'all even care that I just revealed the main answer to every question on the planet that needs to be answered right now? Do y'all even recognize that I just did that? I just said it in a couple of sentences. I just revealed the main sentence everybody on the planet needs. Where does our power come from? The source of all moral authority. What is power, man? What is morals? Morals are concerned with the principles of right or wrong behavior or the goodness or badness of human character. I personally would replace the word concerned with awareness. Just throwing it out there, man. Awareness with the principles of, not concerned with the principles of, awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior or the goodness or badness of human character. If you have awareness with it versus being afraid of it, you'll have more knowledge and or perception of the goodness or badness of human character, now wouldn't you? Versus being fearful of the knowledge and or worried or anxious about the knowledge in any kind of way. Think about that for a second, why don't you? The source of all moral authority, the power inside of us all. Amen. I asked this question to a really solid brother of mine. I see you all as family, no matter how you like it, no matter whether you want or not. No matter whether you want to be accepted as my family or not, get out of hell. At any rate, Check it. So I was having a really solid conversation with this brother of mine, right? And I just randomly said it out of nowhere. Morals is a very prehistoric word, wouldn't you say? Prehistoric, ancient historic word. Morals dates back to like a historic, like it goes way, way back. How far back though? When it says Latin, how far back does Latin go? Probably further than that. Morals though. I asked him this question. And then he said, well, once I asked my good brother this question, afterwards, he shook his head, yes, with so much kind of like, excitement for me saying it just like I did. I know, right? Unite already then, so we can win and go home. But at any rate, yeah, he was like, yeah, man, he shook his head, yeah. And then after that, I was like, it's almost like it's something we came with, huh? Said those exact words. He said, yeah, I was just joking though, because I already knew. But I like to put overwhelming amounts of truth in the air as if it was slightly humorous, because y'all ain't gonna really care about it anyways. But I'm just still gonna keep trying to love you to death regardless. I don't care. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do but love you. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Source of all moral authority. What is morals? Morals. To be concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior. A power we came with naturally. Even as children, we knew it. That's bad. That's good. Now we got awareness of it. What is awareness? Knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. A situation that's bad or good. Can you be aware of that? Can you be aware of a fact that's bad or good? Can you be aware of that? How can you use your perception? Third eye. Activate it. Your third eye. Turn it on. How do you turn on your third eye? How do you activate it? Be aware of how it works and what it does for you. And then how to apply it. Yeah, there we go. I'll say those three things. Be aware of how it works, what it does for you, and how to apply it. How about that? There's so much information out here because a lot of our information actually comes from the source of all moral authority. It actually does. Because remember, everything that the world that we are subjugated to by way of our law feelings, feely laws, due to all the feely laws we have, everything that this world has by way of information, it came from the source of all moral authority, yet perverted by the entities and or the oppressive body who is trying to subjugate us to feely laws. You see, it's all about trying to keep you subjugated to feely laws. Source of all moral authority. I would consider the definition of moral to be awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior, or the goodness or badness of human character. Awareness with it. Perception. Your ability to perceive comes from your non-physical eye. It's all the same. Your ego is important to keep balanced. Your emotions are important to keep good. Your physical surroundings and your physical environment are important to keep evil free. Because if your environment is full of evil, you will become your environment. You become the average of the 5 people you associate with most. Recognize how we're in a spiritual war. Recognize how everything is lying to you to get you to misbehave and or participate in its evil game. Notice these things. No, I'm never giving up on you. I'm never doing it, ever. Because as soon as I give up on you, that's giving up on me. We are the same. We are one and the same, aren't we? Giving up on you is giving up on myself. I'm not giving up on you. Just not doing it. Couldn't pay me to give up on you. Soul liberation by any moral means necessary. Just going to keep saying these words, do my job, click the video off, and go home. If these words compromise anything I have going on in this world, so be it. The message is already thick enough in the world as it is, without me even being at 100% to plant it. It's still gonna plant regardless. Y'all saying the right things, man. Y'all asking the right questions. You are. And soon, once you all realize that the religious belief system is the number one belief system that needs to be taken down, all the first 6, they'll be evaporated. And then everybody will be targeting the religious beliefs. Everybody will be trying to save the family from believing these lies. Everybody will be. Nobody gotta die. Just change the way you think, Romans 12, 1 and 2. James 2:17. Just do it or stop breathing. Why do I say it like that? That's kind of harsh, right? You know what James 2:17 says? Faith without works is death. You cannot expect God to do for you what he can only do with and through you. That was from the Bob Proctor seminar, You Were Born Rich. John Canary said that. I just kind of sort of added more words to it once I understood completely why he said it just the way he did. Once I understood. James 2:17, faith without works is death. Put the work in, put the action in, step, manifest. Take the first step towards planting the conviction, towards seeding the words, towards watering the words when you seed them, towards letting people know the real God they serve. Don't care what this compromises in my real life. This is not real life anyways, it's fake. The real life is soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty. A world of farmers. A world of healthy people all the way through and through. That's the real world there. This one is fake. I just want to talk about it, man. Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's not a victim mentality. I'm just aware of what struck me, aware of what's stricken we, and aware of it will not stop striking us at all. Therefore, it's not about a competition with me. It's only about the awareness and knowledge of what needs to be stopped and why. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to do or say something that will defend and protect you from the strikes. Therefore, love your neighbors, you love yourself. Matthew 22:39. Defend your neighbors, defend yourself, at least those who are worthy. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family. Love the God skin you are in.